Welcome to another episode of the Daniel and Daniel Show. Today we're going to be talking about inspiration. Daniel and I are going to tell you who inspires us, what inspires us to do what we do, and to keep going on the entrepreneurial journey.
There is so much inspiration that I glean from in my everyday business life and in just life in general. First off, now I want to kind of explain my inspiration comes from kind of like two places. So It's like in and spire. So in dealing with the in part of my inspiration, it would definitely be my parents. Mommy and daddy, just the way they live their lives, the morals that they instill in me, the example I see as them as parents, husband and wife. It motivates me to kind of just be that person that they trained me to be growing up. So they taught me, like one of the things my dad taught me was what it means to be rich. He said a rich person is a person with a keen sense of responsibility and a high regard for human life. Now that trickles down into the way I view customer service. That trickles down to the way that I deal with even customer complaints. I focus on the fact that this is a person I'm dealing with, this is a human being. So that kind of moral values, I think it inspires me to be that person, not just for my parents, but to be that person to other people as well. So there's that inspiration. And then the other part the spire part of my inspiration, it's something that kind of ignites the more creative, thinking outside of the box part of me, which is more of like, I'm inspired by Willy Wonka.
The strawberries taste like strawberries. The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Snozberries? Who ever heard of a snozberry?
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
The movie and Walt Disney. These are people who have kind of just not even thought out of the box, but created the box themselves.
Created their own world.
Exactly,
right?
and everything about what they do is just so inspiring. They innovate constantly and naturally. I love natural innovation. When it's like, you know what, I'm not trying to be different, I'm different. You know, when I look at people like Willy Wonka and not Willy Wonka so much, but Walt Disney's life, it was hard, there were struggles, but their passion and persistence kind of helped them push through and create something that is so long-lasting and impactful. These people and these kinds of people inspire me, and Willy Wonka just dresses really cool.
He does, and part of the inspiration for the bow ties.
Exactly.
Right? Awesome. So for me, inspiration as a creative entrepreneur, right? I'm always looking at different things out there, and my background is design, but I'm not just looking for design inspiration, right? Inspiration from an entrepreneurial perspective is huge, because we want to see what each other are doing, right? One of the reasons why we did this show as well.
Exactly.
We want to learn from each other and to help you guys out as well. So a big part of that is seeing what other businesses are up to, following as many of them as possible on social media. So one of the main entrepreneurs that I follow is Gary Vaynerchuk.
Businessman, entrepreneur. I'm a 4-time New York Times bestseller.
He's very well known in the entrepreneurship community, and he runs a similar business, which is in the creative services space. He runs a big, huge digital agency with over 600 people, which all grew within the last couple of years, which is crazy. But before that, he ran a business, a wine library business, and to kind of see someone be so successful in multiple businesses, as well as investments he does, it really inspires me to be able to kind of dabble in different areas and to also know that you can take on so much. Because everyone's telling us, right, all the time, it's too much, right? You should drop
on one thing.
Exactly. Drop some of those commitments or stop doing this, stop doing that. So Gary's an awesome example of how we can do a huge range of things.
Right.
And another entrepreneur who's also a YouTuber is called Casey Neistat.
Back to the city, back to work. Made a 27-second movie that explained the totality of life. Crashed my bike, got a new computer, broke my new computer, ran, and chopped my hair off because I hate the term man bun.
And if you haven't seen his videos, I'll recommend checking one of them out. Casey's life is very inspirational. He kind of came from nothing, had to kind of live on his own as a teen, and came from poverty and figured it out. In the end, he's now a very successful YouTuber. He just reached 2 million subscribers, and he has an app called Beam that he uses. his life is very creative. He doesn't follow a corporate path, right? He just does his own thing. He runs a studio.
Is it his like his business story or his life story that kind of resonates with you?
The life story to kind of get to where he is.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's so driven every single day to get up and make these videos and vlog, no matter how he's feeling or what he's doing. He maintains, you know, his family life. He has his studio, and he has his business, his app business as well. So all of that is super inspiring. And of course, your biggest role models when you're born, your parents. As you mentioned,
Mommy and Daddy. It's mommy and daddy. It doesn't get
those are your parents.
They're so close.
Exactly. And like from my dad, I get like his work ethic. You know, waking up at 5:36 and coming home late and working, fitting in working out, fitting in family stuff, always coming to our events and stuff. And my mom is very inspiring in terms of like always teaching us to give back and be patient and stuff like that. So, you know, you are built around who you follow, right?
100%.
And who you absorb. And so entrepreneurship doesn't have to be, you know, your own unique path.
It's hard to do it that way. When you just try to kind of motivate yourself every day, it's not impossible, but sometimes you just gotta peek over, glean something and say, you know what, I'm gonna do this my way.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what kind of keeps us creative.
You put your own spin on things, right?
Exactly.
So anyways, if you guys want to subscribe and hear more of our videos, please go to danielshow.co. That'll take you to our YouTube page. We've got a whole bunch of videos up on different topics. And if you have anything that inspires you, we would love to know about it.
We want to hear about it. You are our friends, mi casa su casa. Alrighty?
Thanks for watching, guys.
Take care, guys.
I'm Daniel.
And I'm Daniel.
We want you guys to join us at danielshow.co
For business tips, entrepreneurship advice, we're going to make things simple for you. We're going to break it down.
to watch our videos, and don't forget to subscribe. We want you guys to join us